Good grief, 2 parts. This was, I mean, I'm almost done, guys. Don't worry. This is just going to be sort of an ending. But you guys can see, the key, really, you can see straight through it. I mean, you can just see straight through it. It barely fogs up that video thumbnail there, even when it's fairly close. So, that's just, something worth mentioning. I mean, if I set it there, I mean, you can see, but I've set it on the ground. Look, it almost disappears, but it's right here. There it is. So, I mean, it almost just completely disappears, which is, not very good. I wish they'd make this thing, again, like I say, I wish they'd make it, either give it a frost finish, or give it a color, like blue, or something to really help distinguish it. If they are going to color it, I don't want it to be red, because then I'll lose it with these pieces. Just maybe blue, because none of the pieces in here are blue. They're all green and red. I would like to see if I can give you a better shot of the screw head here. Before I go ahead and go, I'm not going to open this. No way in... I'm just not. I don't want to take this thing apart ever again. You guys can see that sort of a flathead screw right there. Right? You see that little bit of a piece right there? That's the screw there. And the key, I'm just going to show you. If you look at the key right here, it has that spot bit right there. That fits into that screw perfectly. I'm not going to do it though, because I don't want to actually, I don't want to actually take it apart. This thing is a beast to take apart and put together. But it fits in here, and it'll unscrew. You can tighten this if you want it tighter. But again, remember, this is a plastic screw, which obviously means it has plastic threads. Plastic threads on, plastic on plastic when it comes to screws, that's something you really want to avoid. I'll tell you another company that does this is actually Bell, the bike company. I got a little bicycle pump there from them, and it came with a bike mount on it, so you could put it on the bike for convenience. The mount had plastic screws. You actually had to pop the screws out of a little piece that it came with. You pop them out, and they're plastic. I mean, you don't want to do that. And I mean, you're putting it on a bike. You want to torque down on it so that it's nice and snug and it won't come loose. That right there is not the way to go. So you don't want to do that. So, I mean, it's fine in this case because you're really only going to be putting it together once. You're not really going to ever unscrew that screw again. Unless if you have to, like if you want to, what I actually did, I put this together. I put it together in halves. I put both halves of it together. Then I had to be careful because one of the halves had no integrity whatsoever. So I basically put the more sturdy half that, could hold together better. Put that on top of the more fragile one. And then I immediately screwed it together just so that way I could appreciate it like it was a tomato or something. But then, of course, I had to loosen the screw just very carefully so it wouldn't fall apart. And I had to push the stem right through there, which is pretty interesting. And I've lost the key. That's what I'm saying. I lost the key. I can't find it anywhere. Oh, there's the key. See, I thought that was a piece of lint right there, so I didn't pick it. That's definitely... okay, so that's really my review on the Clearly Puzzled. What I recommend you get this, actually, despite its flaws, the only pro I gave it was that it looks nice, That's the only pro I gave it. But that's really, it looks nice. This is perfect for a desk, to put on your desk. If you're a teacher, you can buy this Apple model here, put it together, and display it proudly on your desk. Alright, and, while that might not be the best idea in the world to do, because, a kid could pick it up and, drop it, or play rough with it, play catch with it, you won't want that to happen. But, again, it just looks awesome. I mean, I don't know how much this is. I'm going to have to put a price in in an annotation or in the description, but, again, I would say this is definitely worth picking up, even though it does have a lot of flaws with it, which basically are just, molding issues. It didn't come out of the mold properly, some of the pieces, and there's a bunch of imperfections everywhere. Despite those, I think it's very satisfying when you put it together. When I got this thing together, I'm like, oh yes, this is awesome. I can't believe we got it. I felt, it made me feel really good inside. So the satisfaction, I think, is where most of the value is at. So I would definitely recommend it for that particular use right there. It's satisfactory. So that's really about it. Thanks for watching, and adios. I am going to go now. So, yeah. Turn you guys around, sorry.